This video presents the variation shader used by ARCHICAD's built-in CineRender engine. By using this shader, we can further improve the representation of surfaces. This image displays some spheres that all use the very same material and surface properties. In this example, we'll show you how to provide a more distinguished surface representation for these spheres. Let's open the Surface Settings dialog and display the color panel. The current color is a simple beige, but this can be further enhanced using shader effects. Let's select the new variation shader. Currently, a pink preview is visible, but we will fine-tune this using the Step Into button on the right. The Seed Mode panel provides a generic overview of the final effect produced by the shader. Using the Object Variation option, we can specify that the shader will be considered only in cases of ARCHICAD objects. Let's have a look at the effect of the Polygon Variation option by switching it on. You can see that the sides of the little cubes in the preview are displayed with a different color, and the sphere surface representation has also changed. We will display this option for now. We can fine-tune the colors using the Color Variation panel. The shader channel is the most important here. Let's jump into this. Please note that none is displayed here because we have not specified any textures yet. Let's select the color texture from the list. We can specify beige for its color. Please note that the variation shader is now using mainly the color beige. There are dedicated gradient setting options under color variation. We will not use these options now. Let's enter 0 for random color because we don't want to use just any random color on the surface. Notice that now only beige cubes are visible in the preview. Let's display the Grading Variation panel. Here we can enter some variations for the color grading. Let's enter 5 for hue, and this will result in a 5% change in the hue value. The results are instantly visible on the preview image. And finally, we'll specify 20 for the lightness. Let's create a rendering with these settings. Please notice that the spheres are not displayed with the same uniform color. Let's open the 3D window. Notice that the environment of the spheres are created with the Morph tool, and the Morph surface has been divided into a grid. Let's delete some of the spheres. We'll use the variation shader to create a less uniform tiled background for the sphere. Let's open the surface settings. We'll select the surface that is used in the background. This is a simple white background. Let's select the variation shader from the list. Let's use the disabled option for the object variation because we have only one morph object in the background. Let's select the polygons option for polygon variation. We will specify 2 for the polygon step value. This means that the variation shader will affect every second polygon. This is important because every square tile consists of 2 triangular polygons, so by using this setting, the square tiles will have a uniform color. Let's display the color variations. We would like to achieve a stone-like surface. We can achieve this by using the noise texture. We will specify the colors for the noise texture. Let's specify additional settings for the noise texture as it's shown on the screen. Let's select the POXO noise. Select UV2D for space. Enter 8 for octaves value. And finally, let's enter 500 for global scale. Let's also adjust the relative scale options. We'll enter a value of 20 for the U and the W value as well. We will slightly decrease the brightness and the contrast of the stone texture. Let's return to the variation channel. We'll enter 0 for the random color value. Let's open the gradient options. Here we will add additional colors. We will add a blue, a beige, a red, a green, and finally a yellow color. Let's enter 0 for the gradient transition so these actual colors will be applied. Let's increase the gradient value to 30. Let's select the average gradient mode, so only a slight variation effect will be applied to the original shader. Let's display the grading variation section to do some further color tuning. We will adjust the contrast, the gamma, saturation, and hue values as shown on the screen. Please note that the changes are instantly displayed in the preview. We can further fine-tune it by using the UVW panel. Here we can modify the orientation of the textures of the panels. Let's specify 45 degrees and enter 80 for the rotation value. Let's see the results by rendering the project. Please note that the original texture is now rotated and there are slight variations in various characteristics of the surface textures. Certainly, the Variations shader can also be used for the Reflectance channel as well. Let's display the diffusion for better visibility. Let's enable the Reflectance channel. We will add a reflection layer to the Reflectance channel. What we want to achieve here is that the amount of reflectance varies according to surface polygons. Let's specify additive for attenuation for a better effect. We will add a variation texture for the layer color. We will use this to adjust the amount of reflectance. Let's select polygons for polygon variation and enter 2 for the polygon step value. Let's display the color variation panel. We'll only adjust the random color value here. We will specify a black and a gray color for the basis of the variations. We'll enter 100 for the gradient value. Let's select the Replace option for gradient mode, and notice the changes in the preview. Let's render the scene using the new surface settings. Please note that the level of reflectance slightly changes from tile to tile, providing a more natural and more professional look for the final rendering. The Variations shader has other architectural application fields as well. For instance, we can use this for curtain walls that have uniform material properties. By using the Variations shaders, we can create professional-looking night renderings without individually adjusting the individual material properties of curtain walls. Let's have a look at how we achieved this. Only the luminance channel is selected on the Surface Settings dialog. The Variation shader is added. The polygon step is 4 because every window consists of 4 polygons. We also added a global mask. This ensures that multiple windows are either illuminated or not illuminated. There's also a simple gradient variation option added to ensure all the illuminated windows don't have the same color. Here's another example for the object-based use of the Variations shader. For example, here all the pencils have the exact same material specifications in ARCHICAD. We can easily create a colorful look without changing the material for each individual pencil using the Variation shader. This can also be handy for bookshelves or when creating chair distribution for an auditorium. You can make the individual colors of the objects differ slightly, ensuring a more professional and more natural look in the final rendering.